Good afternoon from the Mountain Weather Information Service. This is your forecaster Jeff Monk looking at the planning outlook on the mountains for the week ahead. Broadly speaking, on the run-up to Easter, precipitation is going to be concentrated on the west and northwest highlands. It's going to be a mixture of rain and snow, as through next week we have one or two periods of cold weather, probably fairly brief. Elsewhere, total rainfall will be small, particularly so across Wales. In East and South Wales, it may in some spots not rain at all. Temperature levels will be up and down as we will have a look. So I'm going to show you a series of charts, the isobar charts, and then I'll show you some freezing levels, how they oscillate through the week. And I think that should help us to cover the main features of the weather. On Sunday, we'll be looking at a cold front moving southeastwards across the country. Around the middle of the day, it will have reached somewhere near the Great Glen and just getting into Ireland. Not an active front, a couple of hours of rain turning to snow just before it finishes on higher areas above 800 or 900 metres. So a dusting of fresh snow over the Northwest Highlands late Sunday morning, pushing across the rest of the Highlands into the afternoon. Ahead of that, a little bit of a rain will reach the southern uplands and the Lake District before the day is out, but also you may just see that the isobars are a little bit twisted up over England and Wales, and that is a little bit of a trough forms, producing a few showers here and there in the afternoon. If the truth is known, not exactly sure where those will occur, but I don't think it'll be persistent rain. As I say, a few bursts of showery rain here and there over northern England and perhaps Wales, but total rainfall will be small. Blustery at times across the country, the wind speeds will tend to vary somewhat through the day. As we move on into Monday, the wind will have temporarily turned northwesterly. Quite blustery northwesterly wind will bring a few showers, but pressure will be building across the country. Low pressure will be way away towards Scandinavia. So a few snow showers, freezing levels around 600 to 800 metres over northern Scotland, higher than that, perhaps 900, 1,000 metres further south, but we will look at that in a minute. So a scattering of showers, but under very good visibility, very clear air, there will be sunshine, and many summits will be clear of cloud. By the time we get to Tuesday, fronts coming in, the wind will have backed westerly. Low cloud will shroud most western mountains throughout the day on Tuesday, particularly so across west and northwest Scotland. Cloud base higher across eastern mountains from eastern Scotland right down to Wales. Most of the rain, west and northwest highlands, where it may well be that it hardly stops all day, much more patchy elsewhere. Then, by the time we get to Wednesday and into Thursday, the wind will have turned northwesterly again. A cold front will be pushing southwards again on Wednesday morning. What is uncertain at this stage is the extent to which the cold air will last. Most of the forecast models on Wednesday then show a northwesterly flow, but some of them are already on Thursday or Thursday night backing the flow into the west again. So a little bit of uncertainty there. This chart happens to be the American model, which holds on to the colder air longer than some of the others. So it may be that we have 24 hours moving southwards of cold air on Wednesday, but it could stretch to 48 hours before milder conditions with a thaw of fresh snow reaches most or all areas on Friday. So a mix of weather through the week, particularly temperature levels. Now let's look at freezing levels. These charts, courtesy of meteoseal.fr, show the freezing levels. Where it's green, yellow or red, the freezing levels are way above the mountains in Britain. But as we go towards the blue colours, the freezing levels will be dropping towards 700 or 800 metres. This is Sunday afternoon behind that cold front, late afternoon around 4 o'clock, as the cold air spills southeastwards across the highlands. By Monday morning, it has swept south to everywhere with really quite low freezing levels across the highlands of Scotland down to 500 or 600 metres. Under strong sunshine in and out during the day on Monday, those freezing levels rising again, so it may be that the summit of Snowdon, highest summits in the Lake District, are just on or just below freezing point on Monday morning, but through the day they should rise a degree or so. As I said before, just a few snow showers on Monday. By Tuesday, though, those low freezing levels pushing away eastwards. This is Tuesday morning, soon after dawn, still perhaps around 1,000 metres over northern England and Wales before the higher freezing levels push eastwards. So much warmer conditions, bringing a thaw of the little bit of fresh snow of what there will have been on Monday. Then on Wednesday morning, again just after dawn, cold air pushing southwards again, the remnants of a warm air still across Wales, but freezing levels dropping to around 900 metres across Scotland. They'll never get that low, I don't think, as far south as Wales, even on Thursday, if the cold air does persist. As I say, we won't go any further, because on Thursday we may or may not start to see freezing levels rise again. And just trying to pinpoint Easter itself, there's not a lot of evidence as to precisely how it will turn out. I think what we can say, it doesn't look as if it's going to turn persistently wet and windy. Somewhere around Britain, close to Britain, pressure will be fairly high, but at this stage there's uncertainty as to what the wind direction will be. It may be that we do get some warm southerly winds. On the other hand, we could just end up with a rather more cloudy west or northwesterly. So as I say, temperature levels in particular are quite uncertain for the Easter period at the present time. Nevertheless, on the run up to Easter, do enjoy your time on the mountains.